Imagine, if you will, a world where, upon a whispered prayer, gold rained from the heavens. Coins clinking, flutters of gold leaf swirling, a shower of riches cascading onto the marble steps of temples and the outstretched hands of the eager. But in the dreamlike delight of such a thought lies an absurd danger, gold blocking the streets, creating chaos, the heavy gleam of wealth becoming a gilded curse on society. It's a curious thing, this lustrous metal that humanity has long held dear. In its shine, people see the reflection of their deepest desires, the power, the prestige, the security that comes with wealth. And yet, when imagined as manna from the sky, this precious metal loses its allure, buried under its own ludicrous abundance, revealing the paradox of our yearning. Embedded within the fabric of earth, cloaked beneath its fertile soil and the roots of ancient trees, gold rests in quiet patience. It is from this rich and solid source that it must be gently coaxed through the toil of minds and hands, not idly summoned to fall like rain. This is the alchemy of labor and wisdom, to understand that true wealth is not granted through ephemeral wishes, but through the purposeful marriage of knowledge and the earth's natural bounty. To spin wealth from wisdom is to walk in the footsteps of King Solomon, who knew that it wasn't gold he needed, but the acumen to govern his people, to build his realm, and ultimately to unlock the very treasures of the land he ruled. He understood that wisdom is the skilled artisan that, when applied to the work of life, can unearth wealth from the most unyielding of places. Let us then carry forth this understanding, for the gold we seek is not strewn upon the streets from the sky, but lies in wait for us within the womb of the earth. Our wisdom, like the miner's pick, must chip away with precision through layers of rock and sediment until we reveal the veins of value that run beneath our feet. When equipped with wisdom, King Solomon's treasure above all others, we can discern which earth to sift, which stones to break, and in doing so, forge a prosperity as enduring as the ground from which it came. In the silken darkness of a night embroidered with stars, a young King Solomon, newly grafted onto the ancient tree of Israel's lineage, lay in the embrace of Gibeon's high place. There, the veil between the mortal and the divine grew thin, and through it came a sacred encounter that would forever ripple through the rivers of time. The divine presence, like a patient sculptor envisioning the masterpiece within raw marble, offered Solomon a canvas of infinite possibilities. "Ask what I shall give thee," came the whisper, a celestial invitation that hovered over the slumbering king like the gentle breath of the cosmos. Solomon, with the weight of his father David's legacy as a crown upon his brow, felt the tremble of his own uncertainty. In this reverent dialogue, under the watchful gaze of 1,000 silent constellations, his words rose, not as commands, but as the humble petition of one acutely aware of his smallness in the grand theatre of existence. He did not reach with grasping hands for the cornucopia of worldly riches, nor for the laurels of undying fame, and he did not plead for the sovereign balm of health. Instead, Solomon's soul whispered for wisdom, a divine insight that would illuminate the path of justice, a wisdom like a torch in the twilight realms of moral ambiguity. Enthralled by the purity of his request, the divine granted Solomon an understanding vast as the heavens, a wisdom so profound that it could pierce the enigmatic heart of truth. It came to him as a stream of daylight seeping into his soul, illuminating his being with clarity, painting his thoughts with the vibrant colors of discernment, and lending his judgments the gravity of the sacred ground. Yet the gift of wisdom was only the first brushstroke in Solomon's intricate portrait of prosperity. The echoes of his sagacious governance resounded far beyond the confines of his dominion. Caravans traversed the scorched earth, their camels' hooves sounding like soft drums, to bear witness to the king's legendary acumen. From Sheba, the queen herself journeyed, swayed not by tales of magnanimous splendor, but compelled by accounts of Solomon's illuminating intellect, a beacon, a light amidst the shadowed council of kings. As parchments unfurled across his court with knotty riddles and philosophic quandaries, they became but kindling to the lambent flame of his mind. People marveled as duplicitous matters fell to plainness before him. His proverbs flowed like honey, sweet with the nectar of truth, and his songs lifted like doves, aspirations captured in the canopy of sound. Furthermore, his wisdom cultivated a realm teeming with abundance. Under his watch, Jerusalem blossomed, a city of palpable grandeur. Its temples lined with cedar and overlaid with fine gold, until it resembled nothing less than a slice of the heavens, anchored in the land of mortals. Riches poured into the treasuries as if his very insights had transmuted to tangible opulence, threads of wealth woven from the loom of his prudence. The kingdom expanded, an empire blooming under the tender ministrations of a wise ruler, a golden age personified in the harmonious symphony of prosperity and intellect. Solomon's legacy, an indelible inkwell from which we still draw, is emboldened by the notion that wisdom is the crowning jewel of all fortunes. His story is a testament to the grandeur that unfurls from a foundation of sagacious counsel, a beacon for the generations whispering across the winds of time that true power lies in the heart of the discerning, and that from the fertile soil of wisdom springs forth the harvest of greatness. It is a chronicle that confirms, beyond the shadow of a pillar of fire or the descent of a divine cloud, that the wellspring of wisdom is the true source of wealth, honor, and enduring legacy. Long before the first coins were struck, before the gleam of precious metals captivated the collective human gaze, there existed a treasure immeasurable, one that neither rusts nor can be plundered by marauding forces. This treasure, timeless and unbounded, is wisdom. It is the silent sentinel watching over the vast expanse of history, whispering into the ears of those who seek beyond the tactile and transient. For in wisdom lies the inherent capacity to harvest the seeds of prosperity, to make decisions that not only accumulate wealth, but also propagate virtues such as empathy, justice, and harmony. Wisdom is often equated to gold, and yet it surpasses it with its ethereal luster. It is a compass in the wilderness of life, offering guidance when the paths ahead are shrouded in the mists of uncertainty. It is a light that not only illuminates what is, but also uncovers the potentials of what could be. The wise are akin to skilled navigators setting out to sea. They read the stars above, understand the tides below, and chart a course that takes advantage of the winds of fortune. Theirs is a journey not left to chance, but guided by a profound understanding of the world and its elemental laws. The intrinsic value of wisdom is that it stands at the crossroads of all that has been and all that will be. It assesses the lessons of the past with a keen eye and sets forth principles that shape a future ripe with possibility. The wise inherit the richness of experience, wealth that is non-fiscal, yet fundamentally essential to the crafting of prosperity. Their decisions are underpinned by foresight, a result of the confluence of accumulated knowledge and a deep comprehension of human nature. In the tapestry of society, where threads of countless lives are interwoven, the role of wisdom is critical. It is the hand that guides the loom, ensuring that every thread falls into place to create a pattern that speaks of collective well-being. With wisdom, wealth is not merely gathered, but distributed in ways that foster equity and justice. It deconstructs the barricades of selfish gain and constructs instead the architecture of community and shared success. Wisdom also ensures that the path to wealth does not desecrate the sacredness of life. It fosters empathy, ensuring that in the pursuit of gold, the gold of the heart is not tarnished. The wise understand that true prosperity is a symphony where every note contributes harmoniously, where the presence of justice resonates as the most profound testament to the success of a civilization. In a world teetering on the edge of disparate extremities, wisdom offers the balance necessary to maintain equilibrium. It avows that harmony is indeed the most precious of currencies, purchasing a peace that paves the way for innovation, growth, and communal prosperity. As the world spins in its ceaseless orbit, may we take a leaf from Solomon's ancient book, drenched in the wisdom of epochs, and understand it is the measured, sagacious heart that truly holds the key to vaults filled with more than simply gold, vaults replete with the enduring riches of human spirit and enlightened progress. Beneath the celestial dome, aglow with an eternal ballet of constellations swirling in their silent ancient dance, humankind has long sought counsel. With hands clasped in reverence and eyes cast skyward, they offer prayers to the heavens, not for the lucent shards of stardust to be fashioned into currency, but for the firmament to bestow the nectar of celestial wisdom. It is a sacred plea for enlightenment, for the clarity that sculpts leaders out of ordinary men, for the divine spark that kindles the flame of visionaries. This wisdom, whispered from the abode of gods and written in the margins of the sun's setting, is the most sublime of requests, a plea for the universe's cryptic tapestry to be unraveled by mortal minds. Yet the wisdom of the heavens carries within its hallowed echelons a subtle whisper, an esoteric secret that descends upon the open heart like the gentle fall of silver moonbeams. It imparts that while the tapestries of the cosmos are spun with ethereal threads of insight and understanding, it is within the womb of the earth that the molten gold, the raw, unrefined material of opulence, slumbers, veiled in darkness and density. Thus, prayer and intention are bifurcated by this divine dichotomy. To the heavens, one beckons for the sapience to navigate life's labyrinthian passages, for the perspicacity to distinguish between paths paved in shadows and those aglow with the golden light of righteousness. It is a venerable communion, one brimming with the pursuit of intangible riches that adorn the essence of one's being. In profound contrast, communion with the earth, this rugged, resplendent orb, peppered with verdure, awash with azure oceans and crowned with mountain majesty, is an entreaty of a different timbre. Here, hands sift through the loam, fingers grace the jagged edges of rock, and knees rest in the hallowed dirt, prostrate in a posture of grounded supplication. It is a tactile prayer, one that thrums with the palpitations of the terrestrial heart, its every beat echoing through caverns of stone and veins of minerals. To the earth, one does not utter a wordless wish for gold to spring forth unbidden. Instead, the aspirant engages in the sacred rite of conversation, a dialogue whispered into the spirals of gastropods, muttered among the gnarled roots of ancient oaks, and sung across the crystalline expanse of salt flats. The seeker implores, not with hollow greed, but with a promise of reciprocity, to cherish the earth's offering with the utmost reverence and preserve the balance of its fragile majesties. To ask the earth is to pledge that its gifts of precious ore will be garnered with grace, extracted not with the rapacity of plunderers, but with the precision and care of a master craftsperson who honors the material with which they are blessed to work. This is an ancient covenant, one of mutual respect with the elemental forces that course with untold power beneath the tranquil flora that carpets the terrestrial surface. Within this prayer is woven the droplets of perspiration from arduous endeavor, the respect of rhythm and season, and the recognition of the earth's innate rhythms, the cycles of birth, growth, decay, and rebirth that guarantee the perpetuity of its treasures. It is an understanding that the earth gives but also regenerates, and that mortals must mirror this divine rhythm in their own cradle of existence. Thus, the wisdom whispered by the heavens guides us toward the earth with a sagacious respect. It underscores that wealth, in its most profound form, germinates not from the immediate gratification of desires, but from the discerning patience of the seeker. The heaven's wisdom becomes an internal compass that directs us not only to the hidden chambers where the earth's riches await, but to the cherishing of the very journey, illuminating our quest with the spiritual insight that to converse with the earth and receive its blessings is an act sacred as any prayer lifted to the glittering skies above. Embark on a vibrant odyssey to forge the golden keys of wisdom, for it is with these keys that one can unlock the vaults of boundless prosperity. The path to wisdom is not a sedate stroll through hushed halls of contemplation, but rather a dynamic journey filled with vivid introspection and exhilarating discovery. Let reflection become your fiery crucible, a place of transformation where the raw ores of your experiences are smelted. It is in the heat of intense self-examination that you extract pure insights, just as gold is refined by fire. Seek pockets of stillness in the dance of daily life and turn them into blazing moments of revelation. In the quiet pause of early morning, as the world stirs awake, or beneath the canopy of stars, where silence is a canvas for the heart's whispers, dare to dive deep within. Let your thoughts soar and plunge, charting the inner landscapes, engaging with your triumphs and trials with courage and curiosity. Let meditation be your mighty steed, carrying you across the tranquil fields of inner clarity and peace. Mount this practice with the zest of an explorer setting forth on uncharted territories. Breathe with vigor, drink in the stillness, and in each exhalation, release the tethering ropes of worry and haste. As your inner vision sharpens, so does the foresight to navigate the dynamic tides of wealth. Meditation is where chatter turns into symphony, where serenity breeds the strategic warrior within, poised for the artful dance of wealth accumulation. Pore over ancient texts, not as a passive observer, but as a voracious seeker of hidden treasures. Plunge into the ancient wisdoms, like diving into a sea rich with sunken riches, eager to bring the submerged jewels of the past to the surface of modern relevance. Let the wisdom of Confucius, the wit of Rumi, and the visionary dreams of Da Vinci infuse your spirit with an ageless glow. Each page turned is a step towards wisdom's horizon, and each idea absorbed is a jewel in your crown of prosperity. Engage in discussion with the fervor of a valiant knight entering the grand arena of minds. Parry, thrust, and converse with passion, for it is within the exhilarating clash and fusion of perspectives that brilliance is honed. Seek companions in discourse who will challenge and charge your convictions, bringing the electric charge of dynamic thought to spark the synapses of innovation and insight. Realize that each of these pursuits is not merely a discipline, but a celebration. Connecting the dots between wisdom and wealth transforms your journey into a grand adventure. Becoming a spiritually attuned architect of your own opulence, you learn to construct towers of abundance that can weather storms and provide sanctuary. Wisdom teaches you to dance with wealth, to step confidently across the financial tightropes, wielding your resources with grace and boldness. As you weave these vibrant threads of personal growth into a resplendent tapestry, remember that wisdom is not a silent, static gem, but a living, breathing force. It pulses with the rhythm of life, spurring you onward in your conquest for a prosperity that is alive, electric with potential, and as intensely colorful as the journey you undertake to claim it. Wisdom is the ultimate ally in your quest for riches, ushering you into the dawning of a wealth that thrives, multiplies, and radiates, casting your legacy in the luminescent glow of true, enlightened affluence. As we've journeyed together along the path etched with the footprints of the sages, where whispers of age-old wisdom drift on the winds of today, we're reminded that the truest wealth is measured not by the clink of coins or the heft of a vault, but by the tranquil depths of understanding and the rich tapestry of insight we weave into the very fabric of our lives. At Sage Snippets, we believe that the pursuit of wisdom is an adventure, one that brings with it a treasure trove of benefits far surpassing mere material wealth. It is a journey we are honored to share with you, breathing in the timeless and venturing into the boundless. As you reflect upon the golden nuggets we've unearthed here today, we're curious about your own voyages into the realms of wisdom. What insight have you gleaned that has been worth more than gold? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear your saga of wisdom. It's the currency that keeps our community enriched. If you've enjoyed uncovering the hidden wealth that wisdom offers, consider turning your one-time visit to Sage Snippets into a standing appointment with Enlightenment. Like King Midas with his golden touch, only instead of turning everything to gold, you'll be turning moments into opportunities for growth, just with fewer consequences than Midas's little mishap with food and loved ones. Every like, share and subscription is a thread that weaves the greater canvas of our Sage Snippets family, each adding vibrancy and depth to our collective journey. Join us with a simple click, ensuring that the wellspring of wisdom remains abundant and ready to offer inspiration for all those whose hearts are attuned to the more profound harmonies of life. And finally, a little joke to tie it all together. Why don't you ever see a spiritually enlightened person at the bank? Because they've already found the true wealth within. With that, we'll close the ledger on this chapter at Sage Snippets. Remember, when you seek wisdom as passionately as some seek gold, you'll find riches that can't be bought or sold. Keep weaving your story with golden threads of understanding, and may every snippet of wisdom you collect bring a bounty of joy and depth to your being. Till next time, continue questing, questioning, and thriving in your own Sage Snippet narrative. Keep shining, seekers.